Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Ace Corner. This is the Circle Hub, where we review the Circle Season 2, Episode 12. Yeah, that was good, Mom. Okay, my name is Ashley, and my baby turned 15 today. So I don't have a funny time. My heart is breaking here. So, but with me, and I'll start, is Cass Favorite.
Hello, I'm April, and I just want, I hope, confetti rains down on me.
We could have made that happen with that being Marcy's birthday and you're here. I didn't know you wanted that though. And then also with us is Kayla. Welcome back.
Hey guys, it's Kayla not from Chicago.
I feel like you've done Chicago already.
I don't think so.
No? Okay. Not from the Chi Town. So this episode really had me tearing up a few times, I think. So this one was a tearjerker for me because I'm a crybaby like
She gets it from her mama.
that. True. True story. So the episode starts out with everybody talking about like how close they are to the finale. Chloe's like she's doing it for the ladies because she's the only girl.
But she knows us.
That she knows. And then John, can you hear us, Caleb?
I was gonna say, Ashley, you were kind of breaking up. I can hear April okay, but you're kind of breaking up.
Okay, I'll sit closer. How about that?
That's perfect.
Okay. And then John was talking about, you know, let's just try to stay true to John and let everybody else do the dirty work. So they're just kind of preparing themselves because they know the finale is coming up. The final blocking is upon them. So
I think that's a good strategy. Coming in
Now I can't hear you, April. This episode, I feel like we just need to speed it up at the end, and it's just gonna be like you guys dancing.
It's a good strategy for Jack and Lisa. But just because they came in late, supposedly, John and someone else, let the other ones fight it out. They're not going to get rid of him and just get back. I think that's a very good strategy for them.
agreed. So Mitch decides to take a bubble bath and he's going to private message Courtney and River.
I can't hear you now, but I think I'm just gonna guess you said how many bubbles. Yeah. There was 800,000, which is weird because at first I could hear you, but not actually.
Actually, 8,001.
It's not even hooked up. I'm gonna move it closer. All right, how about now? Can you hear it full? Well, that's me. Can you hear me?
Can you hear her?
Yeah, it's just cutting in and out.
Not cool.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and talk about it.
So message Courtney and River, and I think that Courtney and River just let him hear what he wanted to hear. Just said it. No, you're the greatest.
Yeah.
Whatever. And just laid it on.
Yeah, I think Mitchell, it was cool though that you could tell that Mitchell already knew that, like going into it, he was like, yeah, I'm just gonna give them another opportunity just to be honest with me and be straight up. I don't know why he thought they were going to though. Like I don't like his point for that. I don't think that conversation really benefited anybody. It was really just, you know. But can we talk about the cup of cocoa or coffee or whatever that Mitchell had in the tub? Every time they cut to him, I was like, he's gonna be spilling it. Like there's bubbles. But Some people like to count the bubbles. Some people like to drink cocoa.
Maybe he was full of bubbles. No, no, no. So this next thing is, since me and River went so well, or not so well in Mitch's mind, he decided to message Trevor and Chloe, which is his alliance to begin with. So I don't even know why he even went the other way. Maybe just grasping at straws. So, so they well, first he messaged Trevor, and then they got Chloe on and decided to tell her the truth about Courtney.
I just feel like it was too soon, and I know they only have one more episode left, but I feel like, and I think later, like we'll talk about it more, but I feel like they started way too late on this trifecta thing. I feel like if it was too soon to talk to Chloe about it, and not to mention, Chloe, it's been Chloe, River, and Courtney for the longest. So I think it was, I don't know. I think they thought that it was a really good plan, and I think at first it was, but I can't hear you. I don't know what the heck.
Well, she was just pretty much saying what you were saying. It was just a little too soon to hear that conversation. But when else would you say it? That would be the thing. Um, but what I don't know, I guess what I don't, Courtney was saying those things about Chloe, but pretending to be. Hello.
Ooh,
Hello.
that was yeah.
But he was pretending to be Emily, to split them apart. So even if she went to Courtney and said, "Why did you say these things about me?" At least he can say, "It wasn't me. I mean, it was me,
Yeah.
but it wasn't me."
Yeah, he could say, I felt like Emily was a catfish and I was trying to get her away from us, right?
Yeah.
Like, they play it that way. Because I think Courtney's smart enough to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and do we think that that was his plan too? Like like when he was saying that, he was just trying to embody Emily. So do you think that he's really trying to go for Chloe and he's really gonna stab her in the back, or do you think that, like, I know River is very genuine in their trio. Like River, is all for Chloe, even like, he's all for Chloe, but for Courtney, it's kind of questionable sometimes on if he's genuine on the trio or if he is just, it's him and River till the end.
I don't know that Courtney could beat River. But at the same time, I don't know that Courtney could beat Chloe, especially with Chloe rating so high week after week after week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Personally, I think Courtney's, and I think they're all in it for themselves, but Courtney's more in it for himself, I think. And I'm sure Skylar would disagree if he was on this call. But he's going to turn on whichever one, because I mean, eventually they're going to have to turn. He's going to turn on whichever one doesn't benefit him at the time.
Yeah.
Where
As he should.
Well, the other two will especially River, he may just vote with his heart or head or.
I don't know. I really think they all would vote with their head. Like they've been playing with their heart, right? But at the same time, we've seen River say, "Okay, hold on, I need to be Lee."
Yeah.
And strategically, not River.
Yeah. So then, I can't read that writing, so we're going to ignore that. The final pitch time. They all have to say what they would do with the money if they won. And it comes out, starts with John, and jokingly he says he's going to take his family to the North Pole. But then he turns it into his whole family take a tropical vacation. And I think somebody said, how much did they get? 100,000?
Yeah.
And I think Mitch was like, that's a lot of money just to pick a vacation, you know. So then it goes to River, where he has to think, what would River do with the money?
and he's going to try to pull on some heartstrings, I think. How he doesn't have a car, he has to rely on people, public transportation, all these mounting student loans, which God forbid, that's what I would do if I won some. I would be broke after the student loans I owe with 100,000. So, and then Chloe, pay off family debt, buy her brother a car, a house, something about her dad's addiction recovery.
Which is where I start crying.
I mean, we really don't get to know. I think I'm not invested in any of these players. And that's what I guess this reality show, and I don't watch too many of them, but Survivor, I get invested in them. You know, you get to hear about their lives and their past and all that. And I'm just not invested in any of these people. Did we even know her dad had an addiction?
Yeah, I mean, but again, these people, what we've come to realize, they've only been in there for 2 weeks. It's not like they've been in there long, and we don't have enough content for us to get that emotional connection. But we have talked a lot of crap about Chloe all season, how she's dumb and she's a flirt and she's all of this. But at the same time, I think this just goes to show, I mean, she is a beautiful girl, right? And she's smart and she's making moves, obviously, because she's been on a couple different TV shows, right? But everybody's just the same, and everybody has something, you know, in their past or that they deal with that other people don't know, and you judge people based on their looks or what they wear and how they act and who they're with, and you just really don't know anyone. So to know, you know, that she's dealt in the past with, you know, a family and drug addiction, and you know, we all know how hard that is to deal with. And so anyways, that really pulled on my heartstrings, and that's probably where my tears started.
Yeah, very well said. Highly agree. And I have to also say that is also where my tears started, and I feel like they did not stop until the freaking end. It was like level on level on level.
Yeah. So the next was Trevor, or Trevor's wife, playing Trevor. And he again pulling at heartstrings, I think, with get my kid out of the apartment we live in, get her a house, get her a lawn, blah, blah, blah. And I think that's, even from the beginning of the season, that's what she was saying. I'm here for that. You know, this is what
I'm here for my daughter.
Yeah. Next is Mitch. He would give some to charity, buy some real estate just to help out his family.
Generational wealth.
Yeah, which is a good plan. Maybe he's not as
dumb as we think he is. he used disingenuous in a sentence,
right?
Accurately.
And then Courtney. I just put stepdad disease.
He was going to help.
Stage 3 liver or kidney disease.
Yeah, so help out his stepdad. So they all have valid things they would do at the $100,000. So some of them pulled a little bit at the heartstrings. Some of them didn't. I mean,
yeah, everybody, I think, but John. I think John's was just like, but yeah.
But I think maybe in a way he's playing the people are playing a 64-year-old man. He wants to spend time with his family, you know, which I can understand. If I had an extra $100,000, I'm taking everybody on a cruise. And be like,
what do you do with the rest? Like that's the question. I feel like they didn't go into as much detail, but at the same time, I don't think anybody else caught that. Everybody else was like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense," you know, good old John Santa Claus.
Yeah. And then next,
looks like you started crying with Trevor.
Yep.
Oh,
that was
the video messages.
Then they got an alert, and I don't know which came first, the rating or the
Wait,
message.
you started crying at Trevor's message, the daughter one?
Yeah.
Aw. See, I started at the addiction one and then went to the daughter one, and it was like a double whammy because I feel like I resonated with both of those, which I think was a good move for both of them to like say something and put something in there that everybody can resonate with as well.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
you can go for it. Sorry.
Before we do, though, even Chloe, I think it was Chloe, said something about one of theirs. It was like, I didn't even learn anything new about you.
Trevor.
I was trying to say, I think that was Trevor. Yeah.
Yeah.
But why would she say it at Trevor? Because Trevor's makes sense. Let me get out of my apartment. Let me buy a house for my daughter. Like, are you sure it was Trevor?
A lot of them were saying.
It was Trevor.
Yeah, because
Trevor.
they were like, that's what Trevor's been saying from the very. That's the only thing Trevor's been saying from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas River, we've learned he has a mountain of debt with student loans, and he doesn't have a car. We learned that. We didn't know that.
I also thought it was really cool how they were like, just buy the car.
Right.
Get yourself your car and then pay the rest on the student loans.
I think Lisa said that,
Yeah.
paying John. Yeah. So then
we do the ratings first.
The rating, alert. The ratings were next. And these, I wrote down numbers of where I rated them. Because as we learn later on, we don't know where they rate it. We don't find that out. Did you have a number one for your rating?
I had a number one. My number one was Trevor.
He was my number two.
Yeah. And then of course, we do my first and my last. My last, as everybody always knows, is Courtney.
He was my number two.
How petty he is. I can't with his, sometimes he's funny and cool, but then like whenever other people are talking to him and being vulnerable, the way he's just so like, bye. Like I'm like, dude, come on. Like give him a little bit.
Yeah.
But he's only been in there with them for 5 days. Like he has no attachment to them.
I know.
Him, girl, bye.
Yeah.
Who did you rate number one?
I would do it would be Trevor, Courtney, Chloe, River, John, Mitchell.
I rated Chloe number one again. Just I don't think I had a reason at the time. But what surprised me is I moved River down to number 4 just because I heard, and I can't remember who was saying these things, but it's like, do we trust him? He's becoming too nice, stuff like that, So maybe they were going to rate him low. So we'll see later on what happens. Bless you. Then they get messages from home. And we lost her.
It's okay. Is she there?
I just paused my video because I sneezed and I need to fix myself real quick.
Oh. Okay. I thought this was really... Okay. I hate to be the one that always talks about a different reality show that's similar to this one. But with that show, they are...
Every episode of the podcast.
You know what? Kayla, not from Chicago. But I feel like, at least in like those other kind of reality shows, those people are away from their families for 60 to 90 days or to 120 days. So I think if I didn't catch on when I heard somebody say 9 days ago, or for 9 days you've been, anyways, for us to realize that they really haven't been in there very long.
For $100,000, you don't even have to spend a month.
Exactly. But they're getting a message from home. I have taken longer vacations away from my son and my husband than what they have to win $100,000, and they need a message from home to re-energize you?
I have more to say about that. I totally agree. When we get into the videos, I have something on that one.
Well, let's get into it.
It's time.
The first one they show is River. And he's getting a message from his husband and his mom. And what does he start doing? And his husband calls it. He starts crying.
He's probably crying. And he's like, man, that man knows me better than anybody in the world.
Yeah. So, any thoughts on River's message?
No, his was normal. I would say for almost everybody else's message, except for Trevor's, because with Delisa, little babies, they grow fast. Totally believable. 2 teeth come in 2 weeks. That makes sense. But for everybody else, it's like the message seemed like they've been gone for ages. Like,
I
oh,
know.
I miss you so much. Oh, I miss singing together, and I miss hearing
I
your
talk to
voice.
you on the phone for hours. I talk to my mom almost every day.
Yep.
Okay. But it's not for hours, 3 or 4 hours. A girl's got to work. Like, I've got things to do.
And then, I'm just saying, especially if you're grown and living at home, I feel like it would be like a vacation that they were gone for a little bit,
Like this one here, if you talking to her too long and she's done with you, this is what she says. She goes, well, okay, so that's your cue to be like, wrap it up. You start
I do something similar. I say, all right, well. Well, okay.
I feel the same way because a lot of these, the two people playing John, Lisa's a grown woman and her whole freaking family was there. I'm just like, okay, tell us something, whatever.
If you didn't expect the whole family to be there, your family better than anyone. And she's like, oh, I don't know who. I don't know.
Yeah. So then the tears really, really came with Trevor, with me. And maybe that's where I wrote that, Trevor crying. I don't know. But just feeling like you said, a lot can change with the little baby. So,
yeah.
And then they don't know why you're gone.
Right. Yeah. And I feel like I resonated with that one. I was crying the whole time with that one too, because, so I work and I travel and I go different places and I'll have to be away from Gia even only 2 days. And I've missed so much first because I was out of town. And so that right there, I 100% feel her, especially the first 2 teeth, and then to see her baby waving and just doing things that you never knew that she could even do. That's just amazing. I love how every episode, I feel like we need to take the screenshot of Johnny poking his head in the corner.
Instead of where's Waldo, it's where's Johnny. See if you can spot Johnny in the episode.
Yeah.
So whenever we get our podcast really going where we have a lot of viewers, it can be one of those things like the first one to tell us the timestamp of Johnny. Find Johnny, give us a timestamp. Your name goes into a drawing.
Yeah. $25 gift card.
Like that.
It's a good idea. So instead of them telling us their ratings and who's the influencers and who gets to go to the little room this week,
the hideout,
what happens is there is going to be a super secret influencer. So that would be mind blown, correct? That would be the number one person that everybody rated. And nobody gets to know who this is except for, of course, the person. And who does it end up to be?
Hold on. Before we say, do they tell us how many people are going home this episode? Because we can bet on that.
Yes, nobody won. I think.
How many people? How many people does the super secret influencer get to send home today?
One.
That is Skylar.
Yeah.
I think that because Skylar missed tonight's episode, we need to take a couple of points away.
And give them to the youngest.
And give them to the one that does not have as many points as everyone else.
Oh wow, that really is me.
I took a star.
Oh yeah, you took 1 star.
Michaela, what's points than you?
Huh?
I thought the M stood for mom.
You can't go back on that one. She can't go back on that.
It was recorded.
So there's AA, there's A, there's M, and S. M was for mom.
You're not supposed to read my board anyways. You should have asked me.
You should have asked me.
She should have asked me.
There in like plain view.
Oh my goodness. So, who is the super secret influencer? Who is the SSI? River, river, river.
My stream was going up.
So then he has to
Immediately
do a blocking. Face to face.
Oh my gosh. And River's like the last person that would be good at this.
Correct.
He's so emotional.
I did like his thinking though, how he went each one in his little moment of clarity, I guess. And he was even thinking about getting rid of one that surprised me. Yeah. But who did he block?
Poor old Mitchell.
Poor
Mitchell.
Mitchell. Who had Mitchell?
Michaela.
Michaela
has no people left.
So we got to draw new names.
No, there's no new people to draw new names.
But I have two. You have two.
That's just what happened in the drawing.
Now I'm out of the winning for the trophy.
Mm-hmm.
Now you guys are the finalists.
Mm-hmm.
And all I got to say about him blocking Mitchell is fork.
No.
Fork.
No.
Forking horrible.
It's not fork. He says fork. Fork with an E.
Forking?
I can't say that.
Fork.
That was forking horrible.
So he goes to Mitchell, and Mitchell was surprised, I think.
Which is weird because I thought Mitchell called River on being a catfish multiple times.
Agreed.
I was saying Mitchell was surprised
that he blocked
John. He thought it was John at first, yeah.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. He was like, "Oh, you
I thought
John?"
that was funny.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, he just shaved his mustache and beard and just changed his whole face.
Yeah.
But he did say, he goes, I just felt like you were, something like you were coming after me. And Mitchell did tell him, you made the right call because I was coming after you.
I will say that even though Mitchell did try to get into the strategy with Trevor, Mitchell he played a pretty genuine game. He was pretty honest in a lot of the things that he said, except there was a couple of yeah.
I just think he didn't play fast enough with the men.
Yeah, he started, he even admitted, he started his strategy late, coming in. As soon as he came in, because he was already coming in late in the game, he should have hit the ground running and figuring out who was going to take him to the end. Instead of, taking 5 million years to, fill everybody out, But.
Yeah. So then, alert. They get on their screen that you are a finalist. So everybody's real happy about that. But do they know who was blocked?
Not yet.
Oh, crap. You got the point, AA.
So.
Wait, was the point on if we found out or on if it was announced?
If there was somebody leaving today.
Oh, so then, yeah, so somebody did leave.
But my only thought was they're all happy, but they don't know who left. So Trevor and Chloe, we may have still our 3,
Yeah.
So where before, the instant they were gone, their face came down, and they were...
Because they don't even know who the influencer was.
Nope, it was a secret.
So, okay, so let's talk about next episode. Guys, we're almost to the finale. So,
Wait a minute.
Wait, are we going to talk about the fact that they told them that they would be meeting face to face?
Yes.
I was like, we can't just get to the end and not mention that one.
My question is, did y'all watch season 1?
I did. I did. I don't remember a lot of it, but I do vaguely remember what happens next. Like when they all meet face to face and like they're supposed to like have dinner or something, I think, together.
So do they vote on who, like, do they do the ratings and then the number 1 is the winner?
Yeah, so they have the dinner and then I think at the end they do the ratings again.
Okay.
Because
I
feel like to me, those that are catfishing
should be scared.
I mean, wouldn't that set them up to, I'm not going to vote for you because you've been playing me this whole time. I mean, we're counting on these people to think strategically and to think.
Maybe they do the rating first.
Well, but I'm thinking, so here, my thought process, and we should take a vote maybe on when they do the ratings, because my thought process is because of that fact that you had just mentioned, Ashley, that they would have like the get together, meet everybody to give them a chance to explain themselves and then do the ratings. But I don't know. I don't remember that.
Sort of like they do on Survivor, the show that I watch.
We're not supposed to name other names.
Oh, sorry. On the other reality show I watch, where they try to survive, at the end, you have your finalist, and you're explaining, this is the reason I did this. This is the reason I did this. This is the reason I kicked you off. So, and then the other people vote for who they want to win.
Do they bring back the people who were kicked off to be a part of the vote, or is it only voting by who's on the show now?
I don't remember that much, but if I had to throw an opinion out there, I would say that they probably come in at like the very, like the final, like the very end.
Not to vote, just to come in and
just to meet people. Because I think I remember somebody saying something about like, meeting somebody at the end, but I don't remember.
Oh, I guess we'll find out soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I anticipate they're going to start the next episode with them finding out, that Mitchell was blocked. He's going to get to do his last message, and then I would assume they start their final thing.
I would think they would do ratings before, but that's just, I don't know. So my question is, even though we have our things up there and those were drawn, do you think we can say, not this, but a whole separate of who's left, this person's going to win and get 2 points?
Get a point?
Yeah. And you can pick the same person or not pick the same person?
Okay. So this is for points, not for the trophy.
Right.
Okay.
What are the points at right now?
Where are they at?
Yeah.
Skylar has 10. I have 9. April has 7. You have 5. So why don't we wager our points?
So whoever's contestant wins the circle gets the trophy, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So let's wager our points on who we think will win. And then if you're right, you get your points. If not, you get your points taken away. And then the person who has most points will get a second place condolence prize, not as big as the trophy.
What?
They just get a little.
Jeopardy style. Basically, Mona, you have 7 points. Who do you think is going to win the show?
Chloe.
How many points are you willing to wager of your points to choose Chloe?
3.
Okay. I got to scoop.
No. Yes, 3.
Okay. So 3 points for Chloe. Kayla, you have 5 points. Who do you think is going to win the show?
River.
And how many points are you willing to wager to vote River?
So if you do all 5 and you win, that gives you 10 points, which is.
But if I don't do all 5, I mean, like, nothing's gonna happen.
You want other people to lose and lose their points.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 5.
He is a betting woman. 5 in River. I'm going to vote 9 points. I'm going to wager all mine on Trevor.
Trevor.
Can you call Skylar real fast?
Trevor.
I know he.
Trevor, can we explain ourselves here?
Yeah, I voted Trevor as number 1 on my rankings. Why would I not think he would be number 1?
Why do you think he's going to be number 1, though? I'm interested.
I'm sorry, but I really think he's played a good game.
Hey,
And for the fact of his
so
daughter.
you have 10 points.
Her daughter. I keep saying his. It's really her.
I have 10 points.
Yes. And
Awesome.
and what we're doing is like Jeopardy style. How many points?
No, who does he think is going to win
Who
the
do
game?
you think is going to win the game? Just straight up. Who do you think is going to win?
Who do I think is going to win?
Yes, that's what she said. You should say Courtney. That way we all have somebody besides John.
He's saying Courtney. Or Chloe.
I'm thinking.
Oh my gosh. Just pick.
That's who he picks.
Did you just tell me to choose Courtney?
They're telling you that you will choose Courtney.
Or Chloe.
I choose Courtney.
Because that's who you've been for all this time.
Well, since you're telling me that I would choose Courtney, I'm gonna go ahead and choose. I'm gonna go ahead and choose Trevor then.
Oh snap!
All right. So how many points are you willing to wager out of your 10?
Okay, hold on. Pause. Points wise, do I get a trophy?
No. It's just it's a secondary prize that means nothing. No expense spared.
Or what about like a candy bar?
Don't worry about it. Just how many points do you want to wager?
You get a 1 Girl Scout cookie, not a box, just 1.
One Girl Scout cookie?
3 stars.
No.
Oh. You know what? Just put like 7.
Okay.
Okay.
7 for Trevor.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the end.
Wait, do I not get to vote like my other points, or am I just?
That's all that we're taking points on.
That's all we're
If you
doing.
want a point.
Oh, then just take them all. If there's no point, just take them all.
All right.
I mean, there is a point. Somebody's gonna win top points.
Yeah, me.
You're already in first place with 10.
Let me put it to you this way. Ashley has 9 points. And hold on, and she has wagered all 9 points for Trevor to win.
Uh-huh.
So that's 18 points.
Uh-huh.
You've wagered 7 points for Trevor to win. So you'll only be up to 17.
Oh.
So she'll win.
No, 10. Give him 10.
And you've already said 7 and it's already written down.
Erase it.
However, let's look at it like this. You wagered 7. Say Chloe wins. Mom wagered 3 points. She would be at 10. You lose 7 points and you would be at 3. Or if River wins, Michaela wins, and you're down to 3 or 0. So you have to look at it from both sides. If Trevor's not the right answer, you're going to lose some points. So do you want to go down to 0?
I tell you what, we all suck if John wins.
I know.
Okay, can I change mine then? I want to do 8.
All right, she's changing it to 8.
Why
Because
8?
then Ashley, and because she did Trevor, and if it's Trevor, then me and Ashley both win, and she has to share that first place with me.
It's second place, actually.
Well, second place, but I also know that she's super competitive, and I find that funny.
Okay, well, we love you.
Love you.
Bye. So
however, I think I have a fair argument to say that I think I also deserve a point for my vote of 0 because nobody else knows that Mitchell went home in this episode. The only people who know is Mitchell and River.
But he went home, so.
But nobody else knows that.
That's not how we bet it.
That's how.
I remember there being like an asterisk symbol next to it, though, with like the claws, you know.
I'm gonna give myself an extra star.
That's half point. That's a half point because I was halfway right.
That way, if Skylar wins, we can then go based on stars. Because you took one of his 2 away. It just gave me an.
I just want to point out I have no stars.
Why don't you have stars?
Because I'm not a nice person, Kayla, not from Chicago.
Kayla, not from Chicago. Just wait till next episode. You guys will find out where I am from.
Woohoo!
Okay.
So, subscribe, like, comment, and stay tuned for the finale of season 2, The Circle. Stay tuned, meant like Sunday, not tonight.
Or tomorrow. Or the next day.
And give us some ideas of what y'all want us to talk about next.
Any upcoming shows that you like? Or if you just want us to talk. Like, we're a bunch of fun, weird people. We can find stuff to talk about.
Can we, though?
We can.
Yeah.
I feel like we could have like a multi-series podcast on the things we talk about.
Oh my gosh. Like, all we have to do is pull up our recent group chats and just start going through what we've talked about.
I'm not on y'all's.
I know.
So.
Okay. Like, share, subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace.
15-year-old baby.
That's right. We should sing to him.
We should.
No.
You should bring him and sing to him on the podcast.
You just said no.
Here.
She said no.
Hold on.
We're doing some knocking.
On the
That's
wall.
how I need him.
You keep a knocking, but you can't come in.
Dun, 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 dun.
I don't know that song. It's before my time.
Some people heard it like this. You keep a knocking, but you can't come in. That's on the.
Hey, come here real fast. Okay, he's coming.
From over here, it sounded like.
That's what it was.
Sounded like from here, too.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah. He's going to walk away.
We want to show you something on our podcast.
I don't want to sing karaoke.
We're not singing karaoke.
This is the only way she can hear us.
Ready? Happy birthday
to you.
Happy
birthday
to you. Happy birthday, dear Marcus. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
Wow.
Stop that. That's so. What do you say?
Thank you.
I mean, that's one of the things you should say.
He's looking a lot like Mitchell, walking around with no shirt on.
Right. He hasn't unpacked his shirts yet.
Oh, this child. You know, he goes to school in 20-degree weather and shorts and a short sleeve shirt. Like not even a hoodie, nothing.
Does he wear pants in the summer?
No, never.
I wear joggers
In the summer?
sometimes.
Never. He never does.
Mama putting people on blast. All right.
Love y'all. Bye.
Subscribe, like, comment. Love you. Bye.